The Ugandan police has come out to halt the NUP mobilization tour. We all know that the MUP had prepared to start mobilizing people across different regions. And ladies and gentlemen, the police came out to stop this. In a tweet which was written by BOBI WINE, he came out to reveal, and I quote, "Following our very successful NUP leader convention in Mbale, the partisan police have yet again blocked our engagement in western Uganda and northern Uganda. Today we were meant to be in Bushenyi meeting our leaders there, while Gulu was scheduled for next week. While they blocked our events, MUSEVENI and his criminal enterprise have been moving around the country, campaigning, holding rallies and procession. Before this new blockade, they had put up a blanket ban on our national mobilization tour. Of course, the regime is doing all this out of panic and fear. Our part, we shall continue to mobilize, organize, and agitate. Our struggle will end in victory." That is the tweet which was done by BOBI WINE, talking about how the police is coming out to stop the meet and greet up of NUP leaders across different regions. And for me, I think this is the sign of a dictatorship. Normally, dictators usually use every excuse to stop different leaders from meeting the people, because whenever BOBI WINE goes out to meet different people, many eyes are opened. The veil is removed so that the dictator is seen as it's supposed to be. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the act of the Ugandan police stopping BOBI WINE's tour, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If your politics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So, for the very long period of time, the police has always been partisan, stopping opposition leaders from galvanizing support across the country. The things that are happening to BOBI WINE have always been happening to different political players, especially those who seem to be having a lot of support. That is Kizza Besigye and others. It is the reason as to why the head of, I think, operations is Frank Mwesigwa. Frank Mwesigwa is one of the sons of General Kaguta Museveni. In fact, he was the head of Kampala Police Metropolitan. His main duty was to brutalize opposition leaders until when Kayihura faced the wrath of the regime he was serving. At first he was changed to, I think, to Moroto or somewhere, until he was made the commander operation. Normally, in the Ugandan police, they don't give duties according to merit. They give duties according to the reality to the regime. And the entire reason as to why Frank Mwesigwa was made the commissioner of police in charge of operations and those things of brutalizing opposition leaders is because he has always seemed a cadre judge. Even Kayihura, at the time of being a IGP, came out, he used to come out when he's being introduced on NRM rallies to be called a cadre policeman. He even said it himself. And he used to put up boys who were pro-NRM. It's the reason that's why the police is, at very many times, is partisan. I know it is unfortunate because the police is not supposed to be partisan. It's the reason as to why NUP suffers the wrath of the police. Even before they put at an end on the NUP tour, other political parties were making procession. But because they know that the other political parties don't have a lot of effect on the body politic of our country, they never used to disturb them. Okay? So you clearly see that the police is partisan. In a letter that was written by the police, I won't read the entire letter, but I'll read a paragraph that goes as follows. And I quote, "A case in point is the party event that took place in Mbale on 14th April 2025, while returning from Mbale, the party supporters disregarded all traffic laws and regulations and totally blocked ongoing traffic at Iganga Town mobilization. And Iganga Town mobilization must not endanger people's lives, including other innocent road users. So in that paragraph, the police is coming out to say that when Bobi Wine was coming from Bari, we all know that Bobi Wine was in Bari in a bid to meet leaders from the eastern region, that the NUP rally disorganized people's lives and endangered them. But they did not bring any evidence to that, because the police cannot work in rumors. In fact, the architecture of this letter would have come out with reasons, tangible reasons and evidence saying that NUP did and this and people's lives were endangered. But we all know it's a political gimmick. So, what should the NUP do? One, for me, I think they must do two things. When the NUP accepts to play by the rules of the Uganda police, because we all know the Uganda police is partisan, it will not let them out of the box to mobilize properly. Always there will be something they talk about. Because even in the last election, the police used to brutalize Bobi Wine. What is either, if the NUP officials agree to work as the police directive, and remember the police directives are not always favorable, they will be in the box. If the NUP decides to move out the box and hold the procession by force, of course there will be casualties. By the dictatorship will further be revealed to the outside country. So what the NUP should do, at least they must not allow indoor meetings. At least they must allow rallies in open places. I know it will somehow be expensive, but it is the better way. In fact, if the Secretary General is going back to harmonize their program, okay, I know it's not supposed to be like that, because in democracy everyone is supposed to move freely at any time. The way it's done in Kenya is the people to decide. But if you decide to go back in the meeting, they must harmonize in open places to make bigger rallies. Even if you don't make a procession, but for as long as you are able to make a bigger rally, people will come on a rally and listen to your message, like the way the previous tours will do. And I know even if they make bigger rallies, the police will come out with other excuses. Okay? So the Solicitor General also came out to say that anytime he is going to meet the police so that they can talk this over.
Police yatwandikide olunaku lweggulo nesazaamu olukiiko lwaffe olw'abakulembeze aba Western Uganda.
Okay, so all these things that are happening is because the police is being partisan. Frank Mwesigwa is the one behind stopping Bobi Wine from moving across the country. But remember, if time comes for change, nothing can stop it. And I know that the time is now to end the 40-year dictatorship. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I employ you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.